A Dungeon Master's career is one of continuous self-improvement. One of the best resources to improve your game is your own players. Here's 5 questions you should be asking your players after every campaign. The goal of these questions is to receive constructive feedback, not just compliments. Chances are your players are also your friends, so they're not going to want to hurt your feelings. Any question that you ask has to be tailored to receive a specific type of answer, one that you can take to heart and use to improve your Dungeon Master skills. If you ask a general question like, "How did I do?" well, chances are they're going to smile, say you did great, and they're going to move on with their life. Be clear to your players that you want feedback and that they're not going to hurt your feelings. A thick skin is important whenever you're trying to prove any skill, not just dungeon mastering. Once you've done that, and you've had that conversation with your players, you need to be ready to take that feedback and do something positive with it. So let's get on with the questions. Our first question is pretty open-ended. What did you like best about the adventure? And what did you like least? This is a really basic and open-ended question that isn't directed towards your skills as the Dungeon Master specifically. It's more geared towards the adventure that you chose for them. Their answer to this question is going to inform you about their playstyles, their tastes, and the adventures that you should choose in the future. Typically, the answers to this question are going to gravitate towards one of the 3 pillars of adventure: exploring, social interaction, and combat. One of my players really liked interacting with NPCs. He's a social interaction kind of player. One of my other players liked fighting monsters. That's obviously combat. These bits of information let me and you know what things in your adventures you should have more of and what you should probably downplay. Our next question is, do you feel that your character received enough of the spotlight? It's the Dungeon Master's job to give each player their time to shine. This can be done by creating a puzzle that is best solved by the wizard's spells, or having the rogue go off on her own to explore the villainous mansion. No matter what you do, each player should feel like they were a valuable and indispensable part of a team. They're playing heroes, and they should feel like heroes. By the way, if you like this kind of content, go ahead and click like and subscribe down below. It'll help us out, and we'll be able to make more content for you in the future. Our third question is, are there any rules or mechanics in our game that you think should have been approached differently? House rules are extremely common in Dungeons & Dragons. You may rule that critical hits do max double damage instead of having players roll twice. You might have no encumbrance. You may have unlimited arrows for your archers. There's an infinite number of possibilities out there. Whatever house rules you do or do not use, chances are your players have an opinion about it. Or if they don't like the rules as written, maybe they have an opinion about those. For example, in my games, I don't track encumbrance. It's just too much of a pain for the players to keep track of, and I don't really care. As long as my players aren't doing something stupid like trying to walk around with 6 sets of plate armor, I let it slide. Our next question is there something that you wanted to do in this adventure, but weren't able to? This is one of my favorites because it not only gives me more information into a person's play style and tastes, but it also lets me know what mechanics might be missing from my game. For example, one of my players wanted more diplomacy and less murder. And yes, that's a quote. Another wanted more opportunities to spend their hard-earned gold. These bits of information are going to be used to improve my future games, and they'll be used to improve yours as well. This question also typically relates back to players not getting enough of the spotlight. If your gnome warlock is left sitting alone in a corner not doing anything, chances are there's something in your adventure that they wanted to do, but weren't able to. Our last question is a bit more The HVAC kicked on, so now I've got to wait for it to turn off in order to continue the video. This is what happens when you record in an uncontrolled office setting. It's been about 3 minutes of HVAC time. There we go. Our last question is a bit more pointed. What is something that I could have done to make the game more fun for you? This is a thorny question for both players and dungeon masters alike, so it's very important that you make it clear to them that you're looking for constructive feedback and that they're not going to hurt your feelings. You're only trying to get better at your craft, and an army of yes men isn't going to help you with that. Answers to this question can help inform you as to the disconnect between your dungeon mastering style and the expectations of your gamers. If they expected, say, a lot of random encounters and you're not the kind of dungeon master that likes random encounters, then yeah, you're going to have a bit of a disconnect there, and your players are going to tell you about that. These kind of answers can only serve to help you improve your game. If you find any other questions that you want to ask, go ahead and pose them to your players. But these 5 here should give you a really good base to start from in terms of debriefing your players after an adventure. So that's it. If you like this kind of content and you want to see more of it, go ahead and click like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you liked about this video, what you didn't like, and we'll see if we can make more videos for you in the future that are tailored to your tastes. Keep playing, and I'll see you next time.